Yo, what's going on, everybody? This is Dylan Talk Sports. My name is Dylan. In today's video, what you're going to be seeing is we're going to be doing a film breakdown slash kind of game dissection of the Cleveland Browns versus the Kansas City Chiefs preseason game. Now, obviously, with me being a Browns fan, I'm going to be a little bit biased. And also, I want to get this out of the way. Was I a little bit pissed on the way the game ended? Yes. Do I realize it's just a preseason game? Yes. The thing I'm going to point out is if what happened at the end of that game happens in a regular season game, I'm going to fucking lose my mind. But without further ado, if you go on to enjoy, drop a like. And without further ado, let's get into it. Real quick before I get into the film breakdown, I want to go ahead and point out something really quickly. JAKEEM Grant, the punt returner slash receiver for the Cleveland Browns, I feel so bad for this man. I'll put the tweet up on screen, but it says here from Ian Rappaport, Browns returner slash wide receiver slash returner JAKEEM Grant, who was carted off today during the game against the Chiefs, is believed to have suffered a serious patella injury. Sources say if the MRI shows it's torn, Grant would be missing the entire 2023 season. And like, it sucks because the dude literally got hurt last year at the beginning of the season in training camp with, I believe it was a torn Achilles, had to sit out the whole season, do rehab, and now if it's torn, he's going to have to sit out back-to-back years. Like, I just feel so bad for the guy. It's almost like you can't hate the guy, and it's like with this injury, it's like you're just like rooting for him. You're praying that now it's just not a tear. At the time recording this tweet's been out for about an hour. I don't know if anything's changed that. I haven't seen anything get posted, but it just sucks that this dude has been fighting all offseason trying to get back from that Achilles, and now this. And like, the thing that sucks is before he got hurt last year when he was with the Chicago Bears, I believe, they said this guy was a Pro Bowler, an All-Pro when it came to punt returns, and that's what the Browns were probably thinking when they signed him. Hey, if we get him in here and we can get maybe 2 punt return touchdowns, or even like a punt return touchdown and a kick return touchdown a year out of him, that's a steal of a player. And like I said, prayers up to him. Alright, now getting into the film breakdown. We're not going to really talk about a lot in this game because obviously throughout the first few preseason games we kind of discussed different things from Dorian Thompson-Robinson. There's not going to be much to talk about with him in this studio. I've already said my piece about him. I think he's a great player. He's going to be the backup going forward. In this video, we're going to be going more in depth with the starters because the starters did actually play, I believe, the entire first quarter, and we're also going to discuss the defense. So starting off, we're going to go ahead and go with this first play, and I just want to showcase how good Deshaun Watson has been looking. Deshaun Watson, I believe, is back. And when I say he's back, just this one throw shows how much, like, so much talent he has. Basically, it's a simple little route. I forget exactly what they called it on the on-air broadcast, but Donovan Peoples-Jones, he kind of goes up here, and it's almost like he just kind of gets behind the safety, or even the linebackers just kind of sit down, and it's a beautiful throw, if you ask me. You see him right there, gets it behind the linebacker. Linebacker realizes what it is, but it's already too late because Deshaun's ready for his throw. Nice, easy throw. Donovan Peoples-Jones sees that defender coming across the field, gets down. Nice, easy 20-25 yards. If we can get some of that all season long, this offense is going to be dangerous. I do want to kind of showcase this play here because I do want to ask you guys in the comments, let me know, is this just the running back, which he's probably going to be cut after today. I forget his name. I'm sorry, dude, whoever you are. I hope you make a roster. But he did it twice. I'm going to go and spoil it. He did this twice. He fumbled the ball twice. Like, you're getting a simple little handoff. How are you fumbling? And my question is this on just the running back? Is this just him being technically a nobody and he's just fumbling the ball for no reason? Or is this something Deshaun has a problem with? Let me know. Was this more just the running back, which I'm pretty sure it was. I'm pretty sure it's just the running back having a problem. Because Deshaun Watson has been in a read option offense before with Houston, so he shouldn't really have a problem with the handoffs. This play was a beautiful play, more from the defense. I think it's kind of funny with this play how it kind of took place, and because of who it actually ended up being the recipient of the pass. I'll let you go and watch it. Little bootleg rollout from the quarterback of the Chiefs. Safety jumps the route, and look who that is. Is that Juan Thornhill? Jumps the route, makes a couple cuts, scores the tutty, pick 6. That was cool. Hits a little tomahawk chop, but still gives a little heart to let the Chiefs Kingdom know, hey, it's tough love. I know y'all didn't want to pay me. I went somewhere else, and I still love you. But getting away from the theatrics, let's just analyze the defense, see how they did. They got a pretty damn good pass rush going. Everybody's kind of getting in, filling the holes. Would I have liked to see them kind of spread out a little bit more? Obviously, but could this defensive rush been more to go from the side? Maybe they were planning on like a run off to the outside. It could have been. But everybody kind of remained in their spots. Tony Fields up here was ready for if the running back was going to get the ball. He's just kind of waiting. Quarterback makes the throw. Just Juan Thornhill's a better player. Makes that pick. Cuts up a couple guys. Easy tutty. Let's take a look at another defensive play here. We got another pick. This was also another great interception. Not a more of a readed interception. This was more of the quarterback was making a pretty damn good throw. Hits the guy in the hands. It's just the ball gets popped up into the air. Ronnie McLeod, he's right there ready for it. The ball could have went to the ground, but it seems like as the ball hit the receiver in the hands, Martin Emerson was right there to hit the receiver. Ball gets popped up. He just kind of does like a little fumble play. He could have, Martin Emerson technically should have got the interception. He was the one getting the credit on the sideline. McLeod was just there at the right time to be able to just capitalize on it. Interception. They could have had a pick six. I'm not going to lie. There was a couple, when I watched it live and then watched the replay, he could have went down the sideline, got a pick six as well, but it was still cool. Now this throw here was probably the highlight of the day for Deshaun Watson. This was probably the best throw he's had all offseason. But in case you haven't seen the game yet, Njoku just kind of goes up here. He does like a quick little corner route, and I'm going to let you go ahead and watch it right here. So you see Deshaun drops back. He sees Njoku going up there. But look at how beautiful that ball is, just perfectly placed. Look at the highlight here. Notices Njoku over there. But look at where that ball is put. That ain't put in a spot of like where Njoku's going to be able to turn around. He had to put that like almost like on a dime. Njoku had to know where that ball was going to be. And Deshaun just had to put his hands up, and just it was up to Deshaun to get the ball where it needed to be. Last play from Deshaun Watson that I want to talk about. This was one of the most heart-racing / exciting plays of the game from Deshaun Watson after that touchdown pass. You notice here it's 2nd and 12. Usually with a former NFL offense or former offense with players like Jacoby Brissett and Baker Mayfield. In this moment right here, you're looking at a sack. You're looking at a sack. But with Deshaun, he remains calm. He's looking downfield. He's able to scramble, keeps looking, and just has his body all turned and contorted, and is able to just whip that ball down there for, what is that, like a 50-yard completion? If y'all don't think Deshaun Watson is back, you got something wrong with your eyes. Now, I'm not going to get too much into the second, third, fourth quarter, because that obviously was third and fourth strings playing. I'm not going to talk about that much. And obviously, as you can see from the first quarter, the Chiefs didn't have like any of their starters playing. The only thing I do want to talk about, which I can't find like film of it, is the very end of the game. The Browns, for those of you who did not watch, the Browns were down 33-32, I believe. The Chiefs had just hit a field goal with about like a minute 52 to go, I believe. And the Browns got the ball back. They were driving down the field. They were actually doing a pretty good job of moving the ball down the field. But then at one point, whenever they did a screen pass, I believe, to Demetric Felton, he got it down to about like the 50-yard line, but he got his helmet ripped off. So that counted as a face mask or something like that. When that happened, he got an extra 15 yards. Ball got moved up to about the 35-yard line. And in that moment, I'm thinking, there's like a minute left. The clock just stopped, I believe. Let's go ahead and run this clock down. So what do? Run the ball. Got it down to about like the 25-ish yard line, I believe. It was like 2nd and 2 or something like that. Obviously, Kansas City calls timeout because they're thinking, oh shit, they're just going to run this clock down, kick a field goal, win the game. They call a timeout. Browns, go ahead. Next play. Let's run the ball again. We're a running offense, right? Throw the ball. Obviously, Kellen Mond's in the game. Throw the ball. Incomplete pass. Clock stops. Let's throw the ball again. Incomplete pass. In that moment, I would almost have said, well, if you want to throw the ball on 2nd down, okay. But at least on 3rd down, let's run the ball here. And if you don't get the 1st down, at least you make the Chiefs burn another timeout. That was one of those little things that, like, it didn't make sense to me. It was pissing me off. Like, I thought the whole point of an offseason is to where everybody's supposed to get better. Not just the players, the coaches too. It seems like we still got the same ass fucking Kevin Stefanski that we do last year, and the year before that, and the year before that. And then the piece de resistance, Cade York. Cade, I'm going to be nice to you, but not for long. I do believe, what did they say? Did he hurt his foot in the first quarter? That's why they actually had to go for a 2-point conversion in the first quarter. It was a roughing the kicker penalty. He actually got hit on his foot. and had to go into the blue tent. I don't know what the fuck happened there. But then as the game went on, I do believe he made his extra points, and he did make a field goal, I believe. But at the end of the game, when the game matters most, he missed. Like, there's no way around it. Now, before you start fucking yelling at me, yes, I realize it got tipped. Whatever. Even if, since it got tipped, you could still see the trajectory. It was hooking to the left. So even if it didn't get tipped, who says that ball wasn't going to hook off to the left and just still miss? Two more things before I wrap it up. One, with Cade York. I do believe on the broadcast they said something about Cade York in these like crucial moments. His problem is that he has high blood pressure. If you have high blood pressure and you think that kicking in the NFL when games on the line is going to be something that's going to bring your blood pressure down, I'm sorry, Cade, but you're in the wrong business, bud. Like, you think your blood pressure's high whenever you're out there kicking the field goal? Imagine the fans on the couch when we want our teams to win. I'm going to leave that at bay. But the second thing is, do I think Cleveland Browns showed a lot of progress in this preseason? Yes. I want to say a couple things. People who are freaking out about the record, shut up. It's preseason. People freaking out about how we didn't look good in the third and fourth quarters of these games. Shut up. It's preseason. Third and fourth stringers. They're not going to be on the team after a few days, here in a few days, whenever all the cuts are made. Do I think the starters for offense and defense look good? Yes, they did. Do I think the defense looks improved? Hell yes, they do. That defensive line looks scary. Whether it was the starters or the second stringers or the third stringers, they were all looking scary. They were all rushing the passer, stopping the run. They were doing a lot of great things. So to kind of wrap it up, I do think they will have a good season this year. If they play like they did when the starters were out there against some other starters from other teams, they got a good shot, like I said in the other videos I've made. 10-7, 11-6, 12-5, somewhere in there is their window. They have the players to do it. Now, with JAKEEM Grant going down, that does hurt them just a little bit. Like I said, I still feel bad for JAKEEM Grant. It's going to hurt them a little bit because that takes away some of their special teams abilities for punt returns, kick returns, and maybe even if he could have helped out in the slot receiver position. Overall, they still have a great roster and have the potential, like I said, the potential to have a really damn good record by the end of the year. But other than that, that's all I got to discuss for today's video. If you did go on to enjoy today's video, make sure you do drop a like. It is very much appreciated if you do so. If there was anything you disagree with or want to talk about whenever it came to the Cleveland Browns versus Kansas City Chiefs game, and you want to talk about it with me, let me know down in the comment section down below. More than welcome to talk about it, chop it, debate it, discuss anything that happened in the game, whether it was something in the game, a player, what they did, how the defense looked, offense looked, anything at all, leave it down in the comment section. And if you're enjoying the videos that I am posting here on the channel, whether it be the Cleveland sports stuff, anything sports related, just discussing news, updates, or just anything within the Cleveland Browns, Cavs, Guardians, anything like that, make sure you subscribe. It's free. It costs nothing. The button's right there. And make sure you hit that notification bell so you're notified the second I post. But without further ado, this has been Dylan Talk Sports. Have a great rest of your day. Peace.